Alright, let's talk about procrastination. I'll do next week. I'm very busy today. Sounds familiar, right? I just spent 2 weeks avoiding a video I knew I needed to make. 2 weeks, imagine. And today, in this video, I'll show you why we actually procrastinate and exactly how to switch your brain back into flow and momentum. See, the worst part of procrastination is not falling behind. It is the guilt tax. Guilt tax you pay on your downtime. You are scrolling Instagram or YouTube Reels or spending time gaming, but there is a quiet voice in the back. You should be working, and this isn't the best use of your time. You are falling behind. I'm known as a productive person, but I have days, even weeks, sometimes whole months where starting something new just feel completely impossible. So I asked myself, what actually going in my brain when I completely stall? Sometimes back, I interviewed a researcher who studies flow, that locked in state where the task in front of you takes over and the rest of the world just fades. Here is a key idea in plain English. Flow, it follows focus, and focus shows up when challenge, skill, or tiny stretch. Too easy, boredom, your brain wanders. Too hard, anxiety, your brain runs. Right in the middle of the flow channel, there is a sweet spot that keeps you engaged. So, most of the procrastination is usually when one of the things happen. The task is very overwhelming, actually too hard, or the task is underwhelming, too boring. And when it is too hard, you avoid to dodge that bullet. And when it's too easy, you avoid because you are unstimulated. I had a make YouTube video on my to-do list for sometimes like 2 weeks, and I love making videos. So what was the reason I was stuck? Because for me, one video in a week wasn't challenging enough anymore. I have shipped hundreds or let's say 50 videos so I have created. My brain went from okay, I don't want to do this anymore. If you are new to videos, that same task is Mount Everest for me. It was a speed bump. So the problem wasn't the work, it was my challenge, which is called skill mismatch. And once I remembered that, things completely clicked. And it's too easy, dial it up. If it's too hard, break it down into multiple pieces. See, when your task is too simple, raise the bar just enough to recapture your attention. Try one. You can add creative constraints. For example, make the video in the style of your favorite YouTuber, or explain this like I'm talking to a 10-year-old kid. Increase the ambition slightly. Script plus shoot, rough cut by, let's suppose, in 2 hours, not just script. You can also gamify the process. Time box a sprint like 25 minutes to produce something, not everything. And you can raise the stakes as well. For example, stack follows up after this video, outline the next two, and a little urgency wakes up the brain. You are not punishing yourself, you are retuning the challenges. So your focus basically has the reason to show up. Now let us try to break it down. So when a project feels like too much, your brain hits the brake. What is the solution? The solution is chunk it into micro wins. So basically, let's take an example. Make YouTube video, right? Use a staircase. Brain dump 15 ideas. Do not edit it right now. Then pick one idea and write a ugly first outline. Outline means 10 easy bullet points only. Then you can expand those bullet points into 700 to 900 word script. Then you can short list, right? You can set up lights, camera, audio checklist, record A roll, pull, select, assemble rough cuts, then add B roll, then add music, titles, and finally you can export the thumbnail, publish it into YouTube. And each step is small enough to start now, and every small start reduces the fear of the next step. So basically, momentum beats the motivation. Now let us talk about the balance rule. Don't crank the difficulty so high you trigger panic, and don't shrink it too low you are bored again. Ask yourself daily, on a scale of let's say 1 to 10, how stressed do I feel today? And try to aim it for 6 to 7, and that is called the flow zone. Enough friction to engage, not enough friction to overwhelm and leave the task altogether. Okay, now let us talk about 5-minute start and 2 quick boosters. See, if you are still stuck, try this trio. The 5-minute start. Commit to just 5 minutes. Starting is the hardest part. Starting is the hardest part. Once you start, you will keep doing the job. Public micro deadline. For example, tell a friend, draft by 4 p.m., proof by 6 p.m. So these basic tiny accountabilities, they nudges action. And once you finish, then reward the finish. When today's one domino falls, you earn a guilt-free downtime. Enjoy it. No guilt tax. See, procrastination isn't a character flaw. It's a mismatch problem. And you need to fix the mismatch, and focus will always follow. So here is your challenge. If your task feels boring, dial it up. If it feels overwhelming, break it down. Do one tiny step today, then comment below. Dial up or broken down, and tell me which step you took. The world rewards starters, not procrastinators. So let's get moving today.